and had made some pronouncements to the effect that, one, the land did not belong to the Kingdom of Uganda, and two, that Uganda Land Board, a legal institution that manages land that was vested in the Kingdom of Uganda, was illegal and it ought to be deregistered. We have since responded, but key amongst our response is that for the first time in the history, modern history of Buganda Kingdom is taking Mr. Sam Mayanja to court in his individual capacity. We believe we have an actionable case against Mr. Sam Mayanja, one, for abuse of office, two, for making illegal directives to his junior officers. We have since obtained all the evidence of those directives, and we have since obtained all the requisite paperwork, which is enough to file a case against Mr. Sam Mayanja. So the Kingdom of Uganda is taking on Mr. Sam Mayanja legally in his individual capacity, and instructions are out, and we are sure that by close of business next week, we shall have filed a case against Sam Mayanja.
One on 4th March 2025 by Honorable Dr. Sam Mayanja, Minister of State for Land, when he went to the land at Kaazi and declared that it doesn't belong to the Kabaka, and he purported to allocate or give it to some people. This was contrary to a declaration and the decision of the court in High Court Civil Suit 535 of 2017, which was brought against the Kabaka of Buganda, where it was categorically declared that this land is official Mairo, part of the 350 square miles, the official, called the official Lusuku of the Kabaka. There have been many other utterances and attacks against Kabaka's institutions like Buganda Land Board, claiming that it's not established by law and purporting to abolish it. All these are contrary to the law and court decisions, and I was instructed by the Kingdom to come to invite the press this morning and make this official statement to clear the air and tell the whole world what the true position of the facts and the law is. The land at Kaazi, located in Block 273, Plot 5, is part of the 350 square miles allotted to the Kabaka of Uganda under the 19 Agreement, and the title for it was created in 1923, initially under Final Certificate 18454. Later, these final certificates were converted into Mairo Register volumes, and this particular title became Volume 264, Folio 25. And at the inception, it was registered in the names of His Highness Chwatu. Mark that registration in such fashion. His Highness Chwatu is registration in the official title of the Kabaka at the time. And it was not registration in the personal names of Daudi Chwa. This land in 1948 was leased by the Kabaka of Uganda to the Uganda Scouts Association for a term of 49 years with strict restrictive covenants that it was for purposes of scouting and camping, and the scouts were prohibited from subdividing or subleasing it, and this lease was officially registered. As you all know, in 1966, following the attack on the Kabaka's palace at Mengo, the Kabaka of Uganda, late Edward Mutesa, fled into exile. The central government abolished kingdoms and confiscated all official assets, including Kabaka Ship Mile, including the land at Kaazi. This was vested in the Uganda Land Commission then, under the constitution which was operated in 1967. This land was returned to the Kabaka of Uganda by virtue of the Traditional Rulers Restitution of Assets and Properties Act and is legally vested in the Kabaka of Uganda in his official capacity, his official might. Managed by Buganda Land Board, which is legally established, which is licensed to operate. It is the public knowledge that Uganda Land Commission, which had seized control over this land in cahoots with the Scouts Association, carried out illegal transactions of subdividing the land. I've mentioned above that there was a covenant not to subdivide or lease this land without the consent of the owner, the Kabaka. So these two institutions carried out illegal activities, which the Kabaka challenged under the law, and the Commissioner for Land subsequently cancelled all those illegal titles which were given to various entities or companies. The public should also know that the family, the one grandchild of late Daudi Chwa, sued the Kabaka, and in the High Court, and in 2022, the High Court declared in favor of the Kabaka that this land was being falsely claimed as family land, it was official land, and up to today this decision stands, and it's not disputed that the land rightfully belongs to the Kabaka in his official capacity. Many subsequent suits which were brought after this case were successfully defended by the Kabaka, and the declaration by the High Court remains that this land is official land of the Kabaka. I want the press to note that even when the land was registered in Sekabaka Daudi Chwa, it was registered in his names, in his official name, His Highness Sekabaka Daudi Chwa, as Kabaka. And he did not own it personally. He held it in official capacity. He passed it on to the late Sir Edward Mutesa, again in official capacity as Kabaka, and it's now held by Kabaka of Uganda. The sitting Kabaka Ronald Mutebi also owns it as in his official capacity as Kabaka, not as Ronald Mutebi. I want to emphasize that this is the official land for the Kabaka chief. It is true, and it's Kabaka Daudi Chwa, in his personal capacity as Daudi Chwa, owned some land. But that land was registered as Daudi Chwa. Any land that was registered in the official title of His Highness Chwa II was official land, because that title was and still is exclusive to Kabaka in his official capacity. So we urge the public not to be misled by any claims, by any wishful thinking, by any misguided declarations which are not supported by the law and facts, which are meant to excite the public and to mislead it. This is the purpose of this meeting, to call the press to disseminate the right position about the Kaazi land. The Kingdom of Buganda has issued instructions to its lawyers, Messrs. K&K advocates, to take out legal action to challenge the declarations and utterances which are misleading the public, and also to take to book whoever is in disobedience of lawful court order. This is contempt of court. Nobody is above the law. We still believe that the rule of law prevails in Uganda. If we were to believe that it doesn't, then we would all be recognizing that there is state collapse, but we don't want to believe that Uganda has reached that level. The institutions are still functioning. We want to believe so. There is separation of powers guaranteed by the 1995 Constitution, where we have the executive with its defined roles, the judiciary with its defined roles, and parliament with its defined role. So when court makes declarations, an individual who may be excited or, you know, under any influence cannot be free to make any declarations that violate the law, and such individuals will die of prosecution. The kingdom will stop at nothing to take such individuals to court. Like we've done before, we shall challenge such action. Thank you very much. That is the brief statement in English. And please go out and disseminate this information, allay all the fears that the public may have about utterances made by Dr. Mayanja. We've been used to such utterances, but we think we've reached the end of our tether, and now we must take action.
Scouts have misused their land by one, subleasing it to different individuals. The land originally was meant for camping for the scout, and that's the spirit under which the Kingdom of Buganda leased it to the Association of Boy Scouts. But that has since been abused. There is deforestation going on, even up to now. There is construction of structures which are not for camping purposes, which are commercial structures by private individuals. We believe that that is abuse of the terms of the lease, and the Kingdom has also taken on the Association of Boy Scouts with a view of recovering that land and putting it to proper use. The subleases have since been cancelled. The titles which were created have been cancelled by the Commissioner Land Registration, and this is a warning to the public. No one should buy or be duped into buying pieces of land or a piece of land at Kaazi, because if you buy it, then you shall have lost your money. Don't buy land at Kaazi, because those trying to sell that land do not have any color of right to sell that land to anyone.